Springboard Roadshow Foundation, in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation and Solidaridad, present CoRe, the COVID-19 Recovery and Resilience Program.
Hello. Welcome to this week's edition of the CoRe program. My name is Charles Mensa. You can call me Inquintable Krachi. I'll be sharing with you some lessons to do with personal finance. It is important to appreciate what personal finance does. Without the learnings, you have some challenges coming through. There's this thing I always like, that every time you borrow, you are robbing your future. And the reason why people borrow, because if you didn't learn what personal finance is, you'll be living your life from paycheck to paycheck. When they pay salary on the 18th or on the 20th of the month, within 3 days, he's looking forward to the next payday. Sometimes you see a fellow sick. He can't do anything. He needs money. He can't pay his medical bills. Just because his personal finance are not right. He didn't learn it. He didn't go through it. It's so important. You will spend more time explaining away to people. Oh, me pacho me church na. Oh, next week, my sister said he will send me money or he will meet me from UK. Please, did you take your blue pen? How about your red pen? Okay, have those two things ready. If you have computer, you can use it. But I'm going to give you some lessons that I want you to know them. We'll be using it. So blue pen and red pen. Of course, the notebook. Get them ready. Now, sometimes when you live in a compound house, you have people leaving home very early. Why? Because they are owing. The creditor is at the gate. We don't want a situation where kids are home. Fortunately, there's a free SHS. But we don't want a situation where kids are home and you ask what's wrong. Actually, my school fees. You pay me school fees. Because you didn't plan it. Once you go through those templates right and you do it right, trust me, COVID or no COVID, you will survive. Now, what would trigger people to go through those things? The first trigger for people to go through financial crisis, the first one, is that they are spending more than they are earning. That blue pen that I asked for, would use the blue pen to record all the monies that are coming into your hands. That's what we use the blue pen for. And we use the red pen to record monies that are going out. The sum of the blue pen, ideally, should be more than the red pen. If the red pen is more than the blue pen, Jack, would you be a call? We don't want to go through that. And some people have gone through that because they took bad advice. A friend of his asked him to put money somewhere. And when you put those advice, the thing becomes scam. So people have gone broke just because they took bad advice, just also because they were spending more than they were earning. The first thing for personal finance, you must have some goals. The first goal is the skills improvement. My brother and my sister. Trust me. Anytime you enhance your skills or improve your skills, you enhance your income earning power. Even if you don't work for somebody or you are trading, that's where your wealth creation comes in. Because you can't bounce them. And once you have a skill or you are harnessing a skill, income will be improved. I was sharing with some people that when I finished university, internet in England, internet was not there. But I didn't sit down. Trust me, my kids play with the internet, and each time they do it, because there's a skill, continuous professional development. So don't think that because you finish poly, or you finish that technical training, or you finish the university degree and you started something small, you're earning something small, where you weapon. No. our financial plan that we want to do is that we want to do certain things that it will enhance our earning capacity. Because Kaihu said, it is the money that is coming to your hands that gives you power. We are planning because we would end up renting an apartment. Right now, you may be living with your parents, so you are not paying rent. Please, you must prepare to do what I call notional renting. So Papa is not collecting rent. But that 200 cedis that ordinarily you have paid to the compound house landlord, please put it somewhere. So you plan around, furniture. Don't worry about, buying expensive furniture. You get used to it. Of course, you plan around your wedding. Nothing should come by chance. There must be a financial planning supporting it. So you must plan to a certain level, stage, and then you pick it step by step. Step by step. And I'm going to give you, I call my Ghana template. So this is time where take that pen and write. Now, in this template, we must have an arrangement. There are committed expenses, your rent, your transportation, your utilities, your food. These are our commitment. The maximum you can do is to cut back on the food. But the rent, the landlord will never reduce it. So these are commitment or committed expenses that you have to pay. The utilities, transportation. So you make provision for all these things in the list that we have. And then right apart from that, there's another line that if you believe in your faith and things, you make provision for it. So faith activities or external activity, you must also be in the line. Then you come to your investment thing. Now, I want you to have investment towards short-term goals, investment towards medium-term goals, investment towards long-term goals. I'm not saying that you are going to buy shares. So it is that small money. So you have 3 accounts. 3 accounts at the bank. One is for short-term, the second one is for medium-term, and the third one is for long-term. Once you build, if it's 10 cedis, once you build it up to 300 cedis, then you move it. So typical example, if you build your medium term, because the medium term is for marriage in 10 years' time, when you contribute 10 cedi, now, or 20 cedi, now, you sacrifice your 20 cedis. After every 3 months, you pull it from that bank account of yours, you go into those investment companies and buy yourself a mutual fund. That will grow. So in 10 years' time, you are cashing out of those mutual funds for the purpose. So it starts very small. Like me. 15 years ago, I was doing some insurance with one of those insurance companies. I started paying 20 Ghana. But by the time my kids enter university, you cash out and we end up paying for it. I didn't feel it. I don't have to cry, I've lost my job. I didn't feel it. All because I was doing the planning. Or the plan was there and I was sticking to those plans. So it is important that the last one, when it comes to the rearrangement, the high life account, please, at least you must leave some 2% of your salary for your high life account. I call it high life account because at least once a month you should be able to go to a restaurant or entertain your friends when they visit you. Very important. Else they'll give you names. They'll say, oh, you're auntie, so very important. So you must also spend. But you see, some of our friends, they spend more on the high life account than an investment goes. And they tell themselves peacefully that, oh, don't worry, next month it will be, next month it will happen. Look, something's going on these days. Finance Minister Ken went to Parliament and said, don't pay electricity bill in the next 3 months. It is a cost saving to you. It's an expenditure to the government, but to you, it's a cost saving. Please, don't go and spend it. Use that money, even if it's for 40 cedis a month, 50 cedis a month, electricity, or 100 cedis a month. Put it into your medium to long-term investment account. The reason I'm emphasizing on that, you are likely to spend the money and your lifestyle will adjust So when the government comes back after 6 months and say, boys and girls, now we're going to start paying, the freebies is over, you'll be fine wanting. So please, set it aside. Set it aside, very important. Now, let's start with your income side. Because the income side, use the blue pen. Please use the blue pen to list your source of income as we speak. How much are you earning? How much are you receiving from your family support? Because sometimes you are not working, you are getting national service, daddy or mommy gives you some support. Or maybe you go to support an auntie in the market, it gives you some money. Please put it there. Put it there. And then if there's any income that you are earning from part-time work or something, put the projection there. At the end of the day, add them up. It will give you a total. So do it now. Once I bring the next point. Do it now. Are you adding it? Okay. Now, you notice that you've added it. Okay, you got a figure. Fair enough. Come and do the expenditure side. How much is your rent? When I say how much is your rent, if you are not paying rent because you live with the parents, please, still you are paying. Put the money into something else. So how much is the rent? How much would you spend on transportation to work, the food and things? Make provision, therefore, for investment in the short term, long term, and medium term. When you total the blue color, please come and total the red color. It will give you a certain balance. Ideally, the total of the blue one is more than the red one. If it's not, then you go back and see, maybe you are living in a 3-bedroom house when you should have lived in 2-bedroom house. Maybe you are living in an area which is very expensive, so maybe you relocate to the medium area. So by the time you've done your template, you are calculating and the amount of year adjustment. So when you see some people buying a much reasonable or living in a much comfortable area, you think, oh, the John Baby, why don't you relocate? Please, he's sticking to his financial plan. So you must stick to it. Now, you notice that in your 20 to 30, because you would have worked on your skills improvement, by the time you be 31 to 45, your income would have increased. If you didn't work on your skills improvement between 20 and 31, when you get to the 31 to 45, you'll pay in the form. Instead of availing yourself to do part-time thing or other things, you didn't do it. So when you are 31 to 45, when the young ones are all coming in and things, so please, use it now. It's not too late to enhance your skills, continue professional development, very important. Because, it will increase your level of income that comes into you. And with that, I'll conclude and say, enjoy your financial planning and have fun. May God bless you. Thank you.
A presentation of CoRe, the COVID-19 Recovery and Resilience Program.